Former Daphne High School standout Eric Lee nearly got into a game for the Buffalo Bills earlier this season. The NFL team called him up from its practice squad for its October 1 game against the Atlanta Falcons. Lee dressed out, but he never got on the field. After the game, it was back to the practice squad. Lee had spent his entire rookie season on the Houston Texans practice squad in 2016. And after his chance in Buffalo came and went, 2017 was shaping up to be the same story on a different team. Then on November 21, the New England Patriots signed Lee, and given the chance to play in the NFL, he hit the ground running. In his NFL debut 5 days later, Lee played 25 snaps with the New England defense and contributed 4 tackles, including a sack, in a 35-17 victory over the Miami Dolphins. In his second game, facing his former team the Bills on Sunday, Lee had 4 tackles, including 5 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, a tipped pass and an interception at the New England 1-yard line to end Buffalo's opening drive. "It's awesome," Lee told reporters after the game. "It's something I've been telling myself all year that I want to contribute. I feel like I'm feeling comfortable in learning and being able to prepare and execute and stuff like that. I feel like those are the things that I'm in the NFL to do. So when it comes to having a role, that's all I ever wanted. So to really embrace that role and that passion for the game and everything like that, all that plays a part into everything that's happened so far." Quote, with defensive end Trey Flowers, a former Columbia High School standout, sidelined by a rib injury, and outside linebacker Kyle Van Noy bothered by a calf problem. Lee started at left defensive end and played 57 snaps in New England's 23-3 victory over Buffalo. "First of all, he's worked really hard," New England coach Bill Belichick said of Lee. "From the first day he got here, he came early, stayed late, asked a lot of good questions. He's smart. He picks things up well. I think that his time in Houston was beneficial for him again. I think lots of the techniques we teach are similar to what Houston defensive coordinator and former Patriots All-Pro linebacker Mike Vrabel and the Texans teach. Obviously, there's some different calls and stuff, but a lot of the fundamentals, there's some carryover on that, and probably just in general, the overall way that he played down there, and he was able to, some of that translated to what we do. He was able to, from a technique standpoint, pick things up. Obviously, some assignments he had were specific to what we do. But again, he's a sharp kid. He works hard and he's got good skills. He's long and he's got good power and he can run." Quote, for more of Al.com's comprehensive coverage of the NFL, go to our NFL page. Lee said the New England coaching staff had him ready to play in a hurry. "Everybody's just, like, got me into the meeting room. Got me around the right people to ask questions," Lee said. "Just trying to facilitate my transition as fast as possible. Just that extra time. Embracing the role. That was something I took to heart. It was just being able to contribute isn't enough. It's about what you do prior. Just taking advantage of the opportunity." Quote, Belichick noted Lee still has a lot to learn, though, about the Patriots' way of football. He's only been here a couple weeks, Belichick said, so there's still a lot of things for him to learn, and there are finer points on various plays that, when he sees them again, he'll recognize them quicker or react a little bit differently. But, overall, he's done a solid job for us in the things that he's been asked to do. He was asked to do a little more Sunday than he was last week against Miami. So maybe that role will increase. Maybe it will stay the same. Maybe it will decrease a little bit depending on the game plan and so forth. We'll just have to see how that goes. But the last 2 weeks, the opportunities he's had. He's given us some good plays, and I'm glad we have him." Quote. Tony Romo shared a pretty funny story yesterday about Brady and Amendola having no idea who Eric Lee was during the Miami game. Pic. Twitter.com. PYTM79N4EG. Zach Cox. At ZachCoxnon. December 4, 2017. With Lee playing for New England, the Daphne high school football team that won the 2010 AHSAA Class 6A championship with a 15-0 record, has 4 players on NFL rosters. Lee joins Washington Redskins outside linebacker Ryan Anderson, Baltimore Ravens defensive tackle Michael Pierce, and Jacksonville Jaguars running back T.J. Yeldon. Between Daphne and the NFL, Lee played defensive end at South Florida from 2012 through 2015. Mark Inabinit is a sports reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at Amerk1.